Hello and welcome back to Age of Empires 3. I am your friend, nemesis, or whatever you want to call me, Moronicus. Today, I am very bored with the Aztecs right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play as the Japanese. They can't hunt. Shrines attract animals and generate the resources. They can send most shipments twice, build wonders to advance in age like the Indians and the Chinese do. They build consulates to influence foreign intervention, so I can hire, say, for the Japanese, it's the Portuguese and isolationism, so it's Portuguese and Japanese units. Best units are samurai and daimyo. Come to think of it, China. Best units are the iron flail, which is a iron flail wielder on horseback, and the flamethrower. They're about the same thing. Trains banner armies made of two types of military units, and villages replace houses, allowing garrisoning and receiving shipments. So let's go China. Welcome to Beijing. Choose some new cards. Now, instead of just once, it's each village and town center will do a one-time muster of one villager. So it might take a while, but I can eventually get more. Just one. Time muster, 2 free goats. Ships a village rickshaw, that would be nice. They are expensive. I think they're like 200 wood each. I'm going to improve the monk. Disciples are easy enough to get. Not worried about it. Chikonu are good. Hand mortars are really fun. They're very weak light artillery, but they're very good against other artillery and buildings when you use enough of them. They're also very quick. Chikonu. What's this? Let's see. +1 damage against light cavalry for Chikonu and Arquebuser. +1 damage to heavy infantry for Chikonu and Arquebuser. Changes hit points. An extra 10% hit points for Chikonu and Arquebuser. No, I don't really think I need it. This one, I will go send a shipment of units from your from your consulate. Yes, please. An extra 300 export. I will get into what that is in a little bit. Heck yeah. Let's see. 4 extra castles. That would be nice. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about this. Increases population cap by 10. Houses and longhouses have more hit points and support more population. Villages, shrines, and manors have somewhat more hit points and support more population. Okay. Let's see. Merchants Guild. I would like to cut trees faster. There's nothing here that really interests me, so cut trees faster. Build a deck. Most of these cards I'm putting back in, but I like to have a blank slate to work with. So, more hit points and damage are increased by 50. Roundhouse attack is also 50% more. I know this is a negative, but it's not negative 50, it never will be. I don't need all these guys. Never mind on that. Free castle, more castles with more hit points. Bonus from the consulate, more from the consulate. And set export cost at 2,000. Okay, so 50% faster arrival for consulate armies. Improvements cost less, and brigade shipments receive a moderate discount. So they're cheaper and get here faster. Faster wood gather. Several free villagers. 7 hand mortars. Over a dozen crossbows, cannon pikemen, and some arquebusiers. I guess look at the rest of those too. For a deck of 20 or so. It's either 20 or 21. Now, I'm going to start this off in Honshu, which is one of the islands of Japan, just because I'm not too worried about playing this one in order. That got really boring really quick, so we'll see. We will see. And I'm up against Suleiman.
出发。准备好了。是的。好的。出发。
I like a free dock.
是遵命。是的。
Wang Lang is the hero. He's a monk, and his disciple helps him out.
是的。
The monk can also train disciples.
好的。
And convert others into disciples, which is really nice because something about a jaguar becoming a disciple is pretty cool.
好的。
请下命令。遵命。是的。
Now the Chinese can hunt, which is always good.
准备奏序。好的。遵命。是的。
One masterless samurai. We can take it.
是的。
什么呢？
请下命。好的。
Easy 15% more hit points for my villagers. Faster woodcut. No. I want consulate armies to get here faster. Oh, I got a little goat. Ain't that cute?
是的。
Little baby goat.
出发。伐木工。
Probably a bad idea.
猎人。
That'd be even worse.
是的。好的。
Go gather from the berry bushes.
请下命令。
These two will fish. I'll have 2 more fish. With them, that way when we find a whale, I can send all 4 of them to the whale. Because for some reason they can't... I cannot harvest more. Or I can't have more than 4 harvests from one whale. I imagine that's because it's infinite, and the last thing you really want is someone having 20 fishing boats harvesting from a single whale. That's kind of a cheat. There's some more villagers here. I'm keeping that one gal unemployed so that she can specifically be a builder.
请下命令。准备好了。
If this goat was fatter, I'd have her slaughter it for the meat.
请下命令。
请是的。遵命。好的。
准备好了。好的。
She can go in here, so now this has 9 ranged attack at 32 range for land units. Anti-ship is unaffected by her presence. Faster wood cutting, which will be nice when I can actually go and cut some wood.
请下明伐木工。伐木工，伐木
Right
工
here. That way they don't get divided up against here and here. I just start, finish. However, starting here and ending here might be a little safer for them. I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, and I don't have enough wood. I don't have enough population to train more settlers, which is fine for now, because I've got 15 population rather than the what I believe is the standard 10.
准备奏序，攻击。
There he is. Hit him.
准备好，攻击！
请下攻击。
Now they'll try to get to him independently rather than staying near each other. It's going to take a while, but he'll die eventually. His speed is 2.92.
请下命令。
The disciples is
准
5.
备奏序。
The old man's is 4.50. Which is excellent
什么？
for the old
遵
man.
明。
准备好了，伐木工，请下命令。伐木工。是的，伐木工。
请下命令。伐木工。是的，伐木工。
They're all going after that
请
one
下
red
命
tree.
令。
Pretty sure that's the one that's in my way here. Oh,
建筑
there we
工
go. Supports 20 population. It fattens livestock faster. And I can garrison villagers in there so that they can shoot out of the thing. Like a really,
请
really
下命令。
crappy outpost.
遵命。
Because that's
好的。
exactly how it acts when you have someone garrisoned. I'm not sitting for this yet, because I can have 3 town centers
是的，
max. And at the moment, 6 villages. That's 9 free settlers. And what the town government does is it increases the hit points and supports more population for villages. So each village supports 5 more population and has 10% more hit points. So whereas it, I don't know how, it supports 20, it'll support 25 each. And at 2,500 will, I think, become 2,600? Probably not, because
什么？
me math bad.
出发。
准备好了，
But every little bit helps and all that.
准备好了。
And I will have you build the Summer Palace because free banner armies, so that I can get into that quicker. Now the really nice thing
建筑
about
工。
these wonders
什么？
is that all she has to do is get there. 1, 2,
是的，
see? It builds itself.
准备好了。
So I can now have her go and build
建筑工。
the consulate.
请下命令。什么？
Over here, because I'm pretty sure that. Oh, I thought it'd be running out. The reason I like the berry bushes is because each berry bush is 1,000 food. That's age 2 and 2 villagers. Or a decent sized group of soldiers. And when there's 5 of them,
是的
it's，even better.
准备就绪。遵命。好
Oh,
的，
more fishy. Oh, catfish. Hey, catfishy.
请下命令。
You haven't seen weird until you've seen catfish swarm over some French fries. I'm not kidding, they really do. Let's see. I can go Brits or Russians here. Musketeers, Falconets, and Hussars, or Cossacks, Culverins, and Dragoons. Now, a Falconet is your basic artillery. Your Musketeers are exactly as they sound, standard infantry. Hussars are standard cavalry. For the Russians, the Cossacks are their answer to the Hussars. They are similar, but slight differences. Culverins are anti-artillery artillery, and Dragoons are ranged cavalry. So we'll go with the Russians this time. I will have 300 exports sent to me, along with 10%. Oh, that's for British. For the Russians, it will be 10% less settler training time. Changes export cost by 75% less, which is cool. I went with British, 10% land unit hit points extra, and the export cost would go down by 75%. Let's go 8 Chukonu, just because if I'm an age 2, they probably are too.
准备好了。
Because like I've said before, I can't see red here right now because I have a court bar in the way. See, I can send for a blockhouse now. Only one, but I can still send for a blockhouse. That's the export. It just generates for free. I can have gather resources and generate export at normal rates. 5% more export, but 5% slower. Or gather resources 5% slower, but get export 35% faster. 10% slower, 60% faster. I'll do that right now.
请下命令。是的。
I'm not all too concerned with gathering a little slower.
准备好了。
I probably should be.
是的，
I'm just not.
请下命令。出发。
Chukonu
遵
here.
命。
This produces banner armies. So right there's 3 Chukonus and 2 Steppe Riders. 3 Chukonu, 3 Kyang Pikemen. Or 2 Kyang Pikemen and 3 Keshiks. And the goat can go here and get fattened up a little faster.
请下命令。建筑工。
You can build a market now.
是的。
And there. 5 free
是的，
units.
请下命令。
Yeah, they're weak, but they get the job done. Steppe Rider is the Chinese heavy cavalry unit that is cheap, fast, and good at siege. It has far fewer hit points than other cavalry units. Attacking in force, the Steppe Rider is powerful against villagers and buildings. The Steppe Rider is part of the standard banner army and can be trained at the Chinese War Academy.
准备就绪。
Chukonu are very weak, as you can see. Only 15 damage. But it's a triple shot. So every time they attack. So they shoot 3 bolts rather than 1. Making for a really, really devastating volley.
准备就绪。向劝。
And I found whale. See, you only have 4. It's infinite, can't be destroyed. It's always good. Send for Flatland Castle, which is one castle only. Improve that so I can support more population. Let's see, work rate for hunter animals by 5%. I might as well. Let's see, faster wood gather rate by 5. 5% faster gather rate for coin and mines. I can't afford that one yet.
请下命令出发。
I need 1,000 gold. And now I have it. This one will ship 8 arquebusiers and produce flying crows, which is a siege unit.
建筑工，
请下命令。
Here's the castle. That
出
here.
发。
County government for a larger increase.
什么？伐木工，
You can get back to work
Some
cutting wood like you're supposed to. I'm out of food. See? They're weak. They get the job done. And
准备就绪，
all of
请
this
下命令。
was free.
出发，遵命。出发。
Which is always a good.
请下命令。
You can never argue with free soldiers unless they're crap, and these ones are not
建
crap.
筑工，
I mean, they are
建筑工，
crap. But I'm not going to argue because free.
建筑工，建筑工，建筑工，
That's all 6. Set that here. This one is prefecture government.
准备好了。
So I can have pikemen and crossbowmen. Crossbowmen and heavy cavalry. Or ranged cavalry and heavy pikemen. So far. Every age up gets me a little more. Send them here now. Send for a blockhouse.
准备就绪。好的。是的。好的。
What is your siege attack? 37.
准备好了。
And yours? 6. That's garbage. But I'll take it. Seems useful. I'll put this blockhouse here. I suppose.
请下命令。好的。
Take the pikemen, send them here.
准备就绪。
The arquebusiers are basically just musketeers. Good health, decent speed. The ranged is 16. Oh, they have 20 range. That's more range than the musketeer. But the range attack is slightly lesser. Let's see. Bonuses against heavy infantry and light cavalry. Arquebusier is the plant, or is part of the territorial, imperial, and black flag banner armies. He can be trained at the Chinese War Academy and the castle. And a fort. I can put that right here. The Suro Czar. Now what the Suro is, Japanese Suro, or Nihon Kamashika. If I'm mispronouncing this, let me know. Is a small bovid that lives in the hillside forests and mountain ranges of Japan and Taiwan. There are 4 color variations: black with a dorsal white spot, dark brown, and slightly off-white. Both sexes of Suro feature short, slightly curved horns. The Suro is a solitary animal, usually living alone, in couples, or in small family clusters. that restrict their range to relatively small areas. A Cyril claims its territory by a black preorbital gland that is clearly visible below its eye. The gland secretes a vinegar-like substance that marks the ground in question. As a result of heavy snowfall in the winters, the Cyril alters its feeding habits, decreasing consumption during the cold winter months. This occurs even in captivity. Neat.
什么？
准备好了，
I think you guys are getting food. Yeah, you guys are
是
getting
的。
food.
请下命令。猎人。
请下命令。猎人，
什么？猎人。
是的，猎人，
准备好了。猎人，请下命令。猎人。
准备好了，猎人。什么？猎人，是的，猎人，准备好了，猎人。
This way not all the Cyril will go and cram themselves up against the water. Janissaries are deadly, make no mistake. That's a lot of attack.
请下命令，遵命。
I like the musketeer, but more expensive with more
遵
damage.
命。是的。
They're everything the
好的。
musketeer wants to be. Never fight them alone. Ever. Like the hand mortars.
是的。好的。
The age 4 for the factory wagon.
Приказ?
But now I have the fort wagon. Woohoo! Forts! Where's rough metal? Right about here.
Сделаю.
是的。遵命。
Here. Now I finally get a flying crow. Alright.
准备就绪。
Okay, flying crow stats. 228 damage at 23 range with 4 area effect. Double the ships, double the buildings, 0.5 more to cavalry.
是的。
Send them off alone. Because I know he can handle that
准备好
building
了。
specifically.
是的。
是的。
Hand mortars. 100 hit points. 1.20 speed in fire form. 5 damage only, but 34 range. 16 times more damage to buildings. 14 times more damage to ships. 6 times bonus damage to artillery. That is amazing.
是的，准备就
That is a
绪。
fort wagon.
是的，
He does not need a fort.
准备就绪。 好
And now
的
he，will never have one.
出发。
You're welcome.
请下。是的。遵命。准备就绪。
准备遵命。
And that's been destroyed now.
是的。
See, not
遵
a lot of
命
range on him, but it doesn't really matter. Because with all that
准
damage,
备好了。请下
Would I
命
ever
令。
complain
准
about
备好了。
a lack of damage. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some suicide scouts.
什么？
I
好
just
的
wish，they weren't one-offs.
出发。
请下命令。出发。
I wonder what this will send me. It's a shipment of units from my consulate. Consulate.
准备就绪，请下命令。请下命令。
Now these mortars will attack infantry. Gotta love that. Again, not a lot of hit points. Really, really nice. Because without power, without strength of arms, there's just no. Yeah, they're terrible against infantry, but all that range means they always get the first shot, which is always a mistake I make.
准备好了。
because I always think,
货物工，
oh, first shot, that's awesome, as more than what it really is, which is not great, to be honest. Huh. Okay.
是的，是的，
Then attack the outpost. Send them straight there.
准备好了，
Well, they did something. It's
准备就绪，
barely over 100 damage, but it's something. And that's what's important to me.
建筑工，
Let's see. All units heal. Be very nice.
建筑工，
Что? Да.
Oh, Siberian Cossacks is what I got. Cool. Yeah, I can use them.
Будет сделано.
Send them straight in here.
请下命令，
See? It's a short range, high damage siege unit. 228 damage really does make up for it.
好的，
I'm gonna send him here and let him do his thing. Again, I can't see what age they're in at the bar, but I can see they're building they have enough artillery foundry, so they have to be in at least age 3
请
for
下
that.
命令，攻击，
Let's break that. Two,
Готов.
3,
Сделаю.
4, 5, 6.
Что?
6 attacks.
准备就绪，
I'm gonna get sued.
Готов. В атаку.
Kill it. That's fun.
Приказ.
Let's see what you guys are good. It says you guys are good for. Unique question: cavalry with good speed and decent hit points, but no range. No kidding, it's a sword. The Cossack does all of his damage in melee. Okay, you're not telling me anything I don't already know. What does this say? Hand cavalry, heavy cavalry, cavalry. Okay, they're not. No bonus to anything. So they're just assault cavalry. Not even siege. Just for assault. Deals all my damage quickly. That's almost cheating, I think. Killing that quick.
遵命，开战，
You guys go for
请下
that.
命令，
Ooh, what toys do I want to send for now? Some Chengdao, or yeah, Chengdao, Chengdao, Chengdao swordsman,
是的，
Chengdao swordsman.
什么？出发。丽人，
Want that.
丽人，
Go with that one though.
准备好了。
Who else? Okay,
Sama?
you guys are getting gold. I think. So I will send you. Notice there's no farm or plantation. Instead, it's a rice paddy.
建筑
Now with
工，
that, I can have it produce
是的，
food or gold. Let's see, damage aura and HP aura. Let's see, more damage for disciples. Monks do 300% more damage. Critical strike and critical disciple chance increased by 40%. I don't really use these. The
请下
mercenaries.
命令。是的，伐木工，
Repentant bandits or whatever.
Sama?
I don't use them.
是的，
I just don't need them.
Готов. В бой.
Interesting.
请下命令。
Okay.
是的。
Charge.
是的，好的。
Not you.
遵命。是的，遵命。准备奏序。
Where's your apprentice?
请下命令。
He must have died already, I guess. Not too worried about it, to be honest. At all.
准备好。
遵命。
Do both of those.
是的，准备好了。伐木工，
And then you back to work.
准备就绪。
So, two-handed swordsman for cavalry and light infantry. Step riders for heavy and light infantry. Chikonu for light cavalry, heavy infantry, and cavalry in general. Arquebussers for light cavalry. Skirmishers. Sorry, heavy infantry and cavalry. Young pikemen for cavalry and light infantry.
请下命令。好的。遵命。
准备好了。
什么？
I give you guys go and build another rice
建筑
paddy.
工，
See, food or gold. But I've got gold in abundance, so I'm going to improve 15% faster work rate for food from farms and mills, and 10% more for coin. Rapid heal for my
是
soldiers.
的，准备好了。猎人，
请下命令。出发。
Move you guys in. Do that and this.
是的，遵命。
That too. So that every unit, every shipment of units I get goes straight over. And I want a factory.
请下命令。
Because how can you
准备好了。
say no to a factory?
伐木
You
工，
guys go here and cut those trees.
准备好了。
Ah. Not a bad move though. Can't train more soldiers if you don't have any resource gatherers.
准备就绪。
Fired 3. 23.
I have struggled against you long enough. Shall we call this finished?
Yeah, alright. Only one trade post. 2 mercenaries. One's a Zen temple, which is the Japanese. The other is Jesuit, which is English, I think. Or at the very least the Americans. So. Oh, I can't get any new cards. Okay, well. If you like me, hit the like button. If you dislike me, hit the dislike button. Tell me what I can... But if you do that, you gotta tell me what I gotta do to make it more interesting. If you... Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe if you like it, share me around if you think others will like it, and hit the bell icon so you can actually see what I post as often as I post it. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.